everyone. Welcome back to the Elite Mob Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mob Miz. We got Took Timbo back in the building. It's been a while. How's everything going, bro?
Everything's going pretty good, man. Our schedules just never seem to match up, man.
That's
I didn't know my sleep schedule's getting better technically because I'm starting to go to bed a lot earlier. I'm not much of a night owl anymore, but I've been doing good, man. Still got my setup here. You see my Star Wars figs, all that at my desk. I got this new tripod for my phone to record and stuff. But I'm doing all right, and we plan on going back live, not just tonight, but starting on Thursdays for Dynamite discussions, which I'm excited to bring back because it's been a while since we've done that, and I would like to keep it consistent again and keep
yeah,
going
that's
at it.
that's that's mandatory. And I know that all the AEW fans out there, especially the group chat, missing your live content or just content from you in general. So
Yes.
I mean we're ready to get it started. As long as you're ready, I'm ready, my brother. So
Yeah.
we could dive into the first topic that I wanted to discuss with you. We
Okay.
got the David Finlay rumors. We obviously know where his father and his brother reside. I believe NXT, his
Right.
brother Finlay, obviously WWE. Um, there was a lot of rumors about Finlay, well, David Finlay, that is, showing up in WWE, and it kind of looked like a sale deal. But we got the Gabe Kid and the Clock Connors situation going on in AEW. I would say if you're looking at storylines, it looks to me like that's where he'd end up going, and it seems like he hasn't
Right.
signed anything yet. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? Where do you think he ends up going?
Um, man, some good sources like Fightful. I mean, they're basically reported that he has already had talks with WWE. Nothing's official yet, but uh, I mean, it seems to me when the dirt sheets are already talking about him speaking with WWE or vice versa AEW, it seems like that wrestler's most likely going to end up in that company. I mean, I would love for David Finlay being all elite wrestling
Yep.
because obviously I watch all elite wrestling. I don't watch much WWE, if zero. If I watch WWE, it's like old school stuff. Like
Yep.
I've been watching some like WCW stuff lately and all that, but I would love for him to go to AEW because his friends are there, but also his family's at WWE. So it's kind of.
Yep.
If I had to make an educated guess, I'm probably going to say he's going to end up in NXT.
Mm.
So
Um, well, I guess I'll play the devil's advocate and jump on the other side of that. Um, about a week ago, I believed NXT WWE was probably a definite, right?
right,
Um, getting in depth a little bit with the Gabe Kid and the Clark Connors stuff. With the "That's my dog" quote, my dog for real. Excuse me. Um,
mm,
reference to the War Dogs, obviously, even though they're not going by that no more. Um, and the last rumors that I'm not sure if it was Fightful, it's not quote me, but the last couple of rumors I seen was that the WWE doesn't see him as a main event player, and they was far apart on money. Um, I'm gonna take a
okay,
guess right now that he ends up in AEW with his dogs for real. Like I think
yeah,
he goes with Connors and Gabe. I think that WWE don't view him as just say a lot of other people may view him at New Japan, even though they haven't put him to the moon yet. But just I didn't know they view him as a star. I think AEW might view him as a higher plateau wrestler than WWE, which is probably more
that's going
more
to be a big mistake on WWE's point at the end. I think.
I think it will be because I think that he's a major player. He's a lot bigger than people expect, and he has wrestling in his blood. Finley was a beast. He might not have had the charisma in certain things without being utilized with the right gimmick, but as a wrestler, I mean, Finley was a great wrestler. And I
Yeah,
think David,
I watching him, man, and
yeah, and
Hornswoggle.
Dave, yep, and David is cut from the same cloth. The other son, I'm not even sure his real name. He's going by something different in NXT. but I don't know if he's from that same elk. But I would say I'm 60-40 AEW versus
Okay.
WWE, and you're probably the same on the latter side, right?
Yeah, I think so. But now that I heard what you just said, and I guess I hadn't seen that from Fightful yet, so
Yeah,
I
they
think
just
it's
dropped
moved
it like
50
yesterday.
50.
Yeah, it's at least 50-50, right? Because
Yeah, so
WWE, if they're smart, correct me if I'm wrong, they should up the ante and maybe offer him a main roster spot, right?
I think they should.
It's time to
I think
start
a lot
treating.
of people going to NXT should already have been on the main roster,
Yeah, it's time to stop.
especially Mariah May. She should have been main roster, in my opinion.
I
And
mean,
now she's fighting for the Speed Championship.
feud of the year to NXT. Go figure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge Mariah May fan before she got there, when she was there, after she got there. But look it, there's no way you could tell me that NXT has blossomed her career the way that Tony Storm feud did. And they
Right.
didn't want to take the title from you. They took it because you let it be known you didn't want to resign, which is respectable. But
Yeah.
they probably still would have had you the women's champion probably right now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's just
That means we wouldn't have Tekla probably, but so maybe it worked out for the best though.
I think Tekla was coming anyways. You seen the interview, not to detour too much, but you seen when Tekla said that her dream was to get signed by AEW. She she's the
I,
mold changer. Like
yeah,
she
no,
had no dreams to go to WWE.
I meant that she wouldn't she might not be world champion right now.
Got
That's what I'm
I
saying.
feel
I
like
always knew.
you still wouldn't have had Tekla beat Mariah?
I don't know, man. They both play very good heels, so
They do.
that's
They do.
yeah.
I would probably lean towards Mariah May winning that feud. Had she
Stay.
jumped on long term with AEW, probably would have got more money too.
Yeah.
But I wanna what's the next topics on you, my brother? So we got the
Uh,
Finlay out the way. We about 50-50. We can agree on that.
yeah. Yeah. Now I want to talk about the past two Dynamites, man. Both really, really great shows. And I don't always give a 10 out of 10 ratings. I usually try to save those for special things, but yeah, those last two AEW Dynamites were both 10s in my eyes. Yeah, 10s, throw them up.
Yep.
Man, I especially this past Dynamite, I love how the show ended with Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega, man. It reminded me of some old school wrestling days, bro, when they would end a show like that. That
That's
shit's
pop
cool.
badass through the table.
Yeah, man. We got the heel turn from Swerve, setting up another major heel in the top of the card, which is good.
Yep.
Then, of course, from last week, you also had MJF and Hangman Adam Page go at it on the mic.
Yeah.
MJF saying, I get to pick stipulation, but if I win the match, you no longer get to go for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship anymore. If MJF, and I think MJF's going to win. I'm just throwing that out there now. Hangman's been in the main event scene for the past 7 years, so I think they can give him a break for a long time, and then maybe somewhere down the road, he'll win a match or something that allows him to go back in the title picture.
Yep.
So
I think that he's taken on the storyline that Cody Rhodes didn't want to finish.
Yeah, maybe.
Years later, meaning he's gonna be the guy to say I won't do the title no more, but then he's gonna go heel and he's gonna renege that. And who better than Hangman, which will revamp it. But it is time to get him out of the title picture at least for like a year and refresh things with Andrade. I know people want Kenny back in the picture. You got Swerve. You got a lot of people there.
Yeah.
They're stacked. Not only has Dynamite been 10-10-10 or at least 10-10, Collision been at least 8-8. One of those episodes might have been a 10. So they've been cooking on all cylinders. I want to say since TNA officially aired live, AEW has been on a tear. They
Yeah,
just Tony's
and
not
it's crazy.
playing with them.
We thought they were doing good before the TNA thing,
Yeah, but
and they
now
just shown us how crazy they can really get. I'm like, holy shit, these shows are amazing.
yeah,
Like, they
I agree. So I mean,
love us
Tony,
for this shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
Tony right now he's not playing with them. He's been booking and doing this for a lot longer. He's getting
yeah,
so much better. I don't know if he's taking advice, but it just seems like he's getting better at his job, which comes with, repetition and practice. And AEW, like I said, they was doing good already,
yeah,
regardless what people may say. Right now,
yeah,
the ratings are going up, which I'm not a big ratings guy, you know that. But right now,
yeah,
the ratings are going up. The quality of content going up.
yeah,
So it's no coincidence the ratings are going up. I mean, refresh it. You know what I'm saying? Hangman could take the secondary title for a 2-year title reign. That's fine. They
yeah.
don't necessarily need him in the title picture right now.
He could go for the TNT championship or the Continental.
It
You
makes
know,
those more prestigious. Like it's time
right?
to level up those other titles.
Exactly.
I agree.
Um, I'm just gonna give a quick shout out to Josh Matthews too. He's actually a big part of what's been going on lately. I don't know if you were able to see any of his interview yet with on Unrestricted, but
Clip,
he was talking
clips.
about his do what?
I seen clips. That's it.
Yeah,
I didn't see the
uh,
full interview.
but he's got a bigger role than what I thought he originally had, and so some of the show's success lately have been to him too, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And he loves the company too. He's come out and said he loves working with AEW, which
Did he
is
say?
awesome.
Didn't he say something like he fell in love? He fell back in love with wrestling again recently, working with
Yes, he did.
AEW.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. No.
So other than that, I do want to talk about tomorrow night's Dynamite.
Yep.
Uh, we we'll get the big one out of the way. It's the MJF and Hangman Adam Page decide the stipulation for Revolution.
Yes, sir.
Now, a lot of people are, of course, saying Texas Death Match, but I don't think MJF's going to pick Texas Death Match because if I believe it or not, Hangman's I think
Maybe
he's almost
undefeated.
undefeated in
I think he is
Texas.
undefeated in Texas.
Yeah,
Then
I can't think of one that he's lost.
you got to
So
double check, but I'm pretty sure he's undefeated in Texas. That's his thing.
yeah, either undefeated or he's only lost like one. So
Yeah, out of a lot.
yeah. Um, so do you have any guesses on what the stipulation might be or could
Um,
be?
I guess the easiest cop out guess would be Hangman convinces him to do the Texas death. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna try to find something different, right? Instead of just going with the obvious. So I definitely don't believe it'll be a ladder match because we just got that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what was the last cage match we did in AEW?
I feel like it's been a minute. Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe.
All right. I'm
When
thinking I'm
Samoa Joe won the title. So
I'm thinking MJF accepts some type of cage match. That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking.
that'd be cool.
But not Texas death. Uh,
Mm-mm.
I feel like he's gonna want to lock. And the reason why I'm saying this is he wants a wrestling match. We know that. So I
Yeah,
feel like locking him inside of a cell, MJF is gonna have an idea that he could win this match because you're locked in, and I could force you to have a wrestling match. So I think
yeah.
he goes the cage match route. But I could also see Hangman pissing him off and convincing him to do the Texas death. But I'm just gonna go with cage match.
All right, that's a good guess. That's actually a really good guess. Um, I think I'm going with an easier pick too, which will be a dog collar match
Oh,
because MJF won that one. Yeah,
Punk.
yeah,
Another
the
one?
one. Yeah, man. I think it would be with Hangman. Come on,
Hot
give me
act to follow, but that's ballsy. That's ballsy.
yeah,
That could be epic.
yeah. That's just my prediction on that. But I do
I'm
like
gonna.
that cage.
I like yours better. I want to see them try to beat that CM Punk MJF dog collar match because I believe in in my mind that's one of the best AEW matches of all time. No matter how
Yeah,
you feel about Punk,
right.
that's one of those ones. If you was gonna tell people there's 10 AEW matches you have to see, that's got to be one of them. So
Yeah,
I would love to say. I think Hangman's a better wrestler than Punk at this point for sure. Even what Punk was in that match, I don't think
Punk
that's
lost.
close.
Punk
But I want
lost
to
his.
see if
Yeah,
but the dynamic to be better than that match. I would love to see them do it. I think they could do it, but I would also love to see them do it.
yeah, for sure. And okay, so after that, we got a couple different matches announced right when we're talking too.
Yeah,
We have John Moxley versus El Clone tomorrow.
that's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy versus Gabe Kidd should be a good one.
Yeah.
And then we got Mark Davis versus Brody King. And
That's
let me
gonna
look
be
real quick.
a slobber knocker right there.
Yeah, because Tony Khan posted something too just like a couple minutes ago. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's the Mile High Madness Anything Goes match.
Yep.
Whatever that means. I'm excited to see what it is. But you have one team with FTR and the Demand. So you
Mm,
have Ricochet, Cash, Dax, and then the Gates of Agony.
yeah.
Well, not Gates of Agony no more, but
Yeah.
and then you're gonna have the Young Bucks, the Rascals, and Jungle Jack Perry on the other team. So all these people together are it's just gonna be cool, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a 5-on-5 tag match, if I had to guess.
I'm with it.
But it
This
does
sounds like it's
anything
gonna be.
goes. Yeah, but it does say anything goes, so maybe it'll be like a tornado style, and you know, no disqualification, of course. But what does that mean?
That's the Rascals.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going for the Rascals. That's it.
Like
I
what this
mean,
motherfucker doing?
free trade, free trade. But now that right there is probably honestly, I don't think people realize I've been a Rascals fan for like
Yeah,
since they first started the group. I hated when Wes and Zachary went to WWE. I hated when they came back and Myron was somewhere else. You, like I want them together, but I'm a huge Rascals fan, so I'm gonna be cheering for them to win that match. That's gonna be a banger.
yeah, for sure. And then there's the women's match was also announced. You got the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship champions, the Baby Wrath, putting their titles on the line against Mega Bad. So
It's time to pass those titles over, in my opinion. What you think?
yeah, I I feel like Megan Bain and Penelope Ford were originally supposed to win it, but Penelope got injured. So
Yep, I believe so. I think that was definitely supposed to happen. They got the best presentation. They also got Lena Cross with them now. We'll
yeah,
see how it goes, but I do believe that they was originally supposed to be the champ.
for sure. All
I think it
right.
would have been the better move too.
No, yeah, for sure.
They lost steam. One thing before you go forward, is
Yeah.
it me or did those tag team straps lose steam?
I felt like the team, the Babes of Wrath, kind of lost steam a little bit.
Did right? And I love both of them, so it ain't a knock on the wrestlers, but I just feel like it just went up and it's been going down since.
Yeah. Well, I think it's been enough time too for a change.
Mhm.
So
I like
yeah,
Bane's presentation. I mean, even if you went Lena Cross and Penelope, I mean, get Bane into the singles title picture. Just
yeah,
just my guess.
for sure. All right. Next topic is yours, man.
All right, well, let's get into something good. Let's do this. So we got. I'm not even sure his age right now. I'm not gonna Google it. I'm just gonna say about 104 roughly. Right? We'll talk about Ric Flair. Still looks like, honestly, looks like he's in amazing shape. Probably better shape than me for his age. The problem is his ticker, not so much. He's talking about working out again and maybe having a last match. I'm completely against this. I don't want to see Flair, non-resuscitatable in a ring. But how do you feel about this? You think it's a good idea for him to not the working out, but just to get back in the ring?
No, I feel like it should be illegal at this point. He's already had one. He's already had one last match too, and
and almost died.
He's 71, I think, or something like that. 75, maybe. I don't know. Or 80. I don't know. But
that's why I said 100. He's old.
He might be way too far up there, man. I don't think it's safe either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your bones get kind of brittle when you get that age, you know? Like, he could, just one bad bump could probably put his ass in a wheelchair, man.
Well,
I'm not, knock on wood, man.
Nah, it's crazy. You know his quotes. He said it out his own mouth. He said he wants to die in a wrestling ring. He might be trying to make that come to fruition.
Jeez.
I'm not trying to be the guy to be in that ring with you. That's all I'm saying. Like he said that probably 5 times.
Uh-oh. Dang, yeah. Just better not take place in AEW. That'd be bad.
Yeah, no, listen. Actually, let me not say that. People's gonna take that as some weird tribalism. Rick, just don't die in the goddamn ring, man. Retire. It's okay, bro. It's literally, it's okay for you to retire and figure things out. Your daughter's one of the best in the world. The gym's cool. The ring, bro, cut it out.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's be simple here.
So we're in agreement that he don't need to go anywhere near even the steps.
Yeah, well,
it's dangerous.
I don't agree. I'm still to this day, his retirement match at WrestleMania 24, to me, is still his retirement. You can't top that match with Shawn.
and realistically, that wasn't primetime Ric Flair. And now that was like 80%. And now we're dealing with like 11, 7, 8%. Chill, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your daughter. I'm sure she's telling you to get the F out the ring.
He was at 20% in TNA.
Damn, so I was being nice saying 80%, huh? So he was about 17%. The messed up part is that's the actual truth. That's the actual truth. But we, instead of picking on Ric Flair, shout out to Ric Flair, one of the GOATs, man. We just want to see you safe. Cut that shit out. What you want to go to next, bro?
Talk about AJ Styles a little bit.
Let's do it.
So, I'm guessing he really is retired now. I no longer think he's going to AEW.
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna be 1 second. I'm gonna be sarcastic because we don't got the AJ pitch on here. So you mean he's not going to the place in the background? We'll throw this up in the background. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think he is. But seems like he gave a really good speech, I guess, and now he's going to the Hall of Fame. I just don't see him going to AEW now after that. So
yep, I think they sold. Just to add in one thing that I gave to you online, I think they sold him on his kid, and we could do a little bit more homework on that. But even without the kid, you was already leaning towards it's not happening, right?
All right. Yeah, you go ahead and touch up on that. That's because I don't know too much about it, but
not really too much to talk about other than the fact that I know that his son's training to be a wrestler, and I know that that's how Rey Mysterio did the first All In. AEW offered a contract, I believe, more lucrative, or just say more money, and WWE offered to sign Dom and push him before he was ready, which inevitably Rey Mysterio, even though everybody knows as a wrestler, AEW was fit, right? but the
Yeah.
son dynamic got him to stay in place, and his son made it to great levels. So if you're looking at AJ Styles and that's the opportunity they're giving you, what's more valuable? A 1 year run in AEW and not knowing you could hatch it out after if they don't like what you did, or
Yeah.
them giving your son, some type of um first contract that gets him ready to becomes a wrestler and offers you the Dominic Mysterio deal. I think that's
Yeah.
where AJ's not going nowhere. They got him where he wants to be. He's comfortable and he wants to see his next generation wrestle. And WWE will offer him that right now.
Yeah. And that's kind of what made my decision. And I think he's not going to AEW anymore. Uh, I was a believer in that for quite some time. Don't get me wrong. You can see some of my old posts on social media
I think
about
he
me.
wanted to. I think he wanted. I
Yeah,
think he still wants
I
to.
think he maybe he does, but with that kid thing, and it might just be better option for him to stay with the WWE. Maybe get himself a Legends contract too, or something.
Exactly. So you're getting paid to do nothing. They're training your son. Um, but I believe in my heart of hearts, he's wanting to go to AEW for a long time. His best friends are all there. They all wrestle
Right.
his style. You haven't done much as far as wrestling in the WWE. He's had highs and lows, no real big moments. Um,
Yeah.
AEW would have gave you the real retirement tour around your best friends. Um, and I believe he would have loved to go there. I believe right now he still thinks he would love to go there. But I believe when it comes to his son wanting to be a wrestler, that was the icing on the cake to be like, you know what? He's going to take the short for his kid.
But
So
if that's true, like shame on WWE for using his kid as kind of like a pawn
they
to
did
keep
to
him from
Mysterio. Did to Ray.
going over there. Yeah.
They knew that coming out in that Wolverine suit and AEW wanted to make him the face of or one of the faces of their company, he probably would have
Yeah.
been the first AEW heavyweight champion, not Jericho.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
their business tactic. You think if Rey Mysterio signed on that dotted line at that first, or when they decided to do it before Jericho, that would have been mine ad. And said he's
Maybe.
gonna go to AEW, that Tony wouldn't have put the first belt on him. I almost would bet money he would have. It's Rey
Maybe. Yeah.
fucking Mysterio.
Yeah. All right.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not the first time WWE will use this tactic, and I feel like they're gonna use it again.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Did you see Dominic in AEW though? Dom,
Not right
Dirty
now.
Dom.
Not right now.
Not right.
His character would work. Right now, that who he is, yeah. I could see him go right now. AEW, yes.
It'd be a little bit more hardcore too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
had WWE not kind of got him the way he's at, could I had seen Dom? The first time I seen Dom wrestle, I thought he was trash. I didn't ever think he would be anything. I apologize, Dominic Mysterio. That was my opinions. It was like Rey Mysterio is my favorite wrestler of all time. What the hell is this? Right? But to see Dom, what he did now, who he is now,
Yeah.
what he's doing now, he could never accomplish that in AEW. And I think that's why Ray made that decision, because WWE did stuff with you that didn't involve wrestling, that progressed you. Like AEW, you got to bang. You got to be able to put, you know, the best matches. You know what I'm saying? And if not the best matches, at least, high quality. So I don't think Dom would have been ready for that in the beginning. What about you?
No, I agree with you. Yeah, definitely.
Well,
So
I got a good topic to get into, and I'm just
okay.
gonna briefly bring it up, and I'm gonna let you dive into it because you wanted to talk about this, and I'm also letting you end with your 3-pointer, so you get that no matter what, you gonna talk about this BTE stuff. But let's get to this and get to a few things. So Viva Van's been killing it. I want to give you the open floor to talk about her. There's also two more things, one team and one more person I want to talk about. which is Lena Cross, who, one of the biggest, free agent wrestlers, and we've heard she's been signed to AEW for a while, but she finally debuted. And I want to know your thoughts on the Inspiration, which I've seen like a whole canvas of different reactions, um, from they can't wrestle to they like the signings to everything in between. So you could start wherever you want, whether it's Viva, whether it's Lena, whether it's the Inspirations. But let's hear your thoughts, too. It's been a while.
So we'll talk about Viva first. I was a fan of her before she got signed originally in AEW.
Yeah,
I was already
yeah,
following her. She was already liking some of my comments and stuff. And then she got signed, and I was like, thank God. I mean, she went to my favorite
yeah.
place. So,
I co-signed that, by the way.
so,
I co-signed that, by the way. I know you was on Viva. I
co-signed it?
co-signed you was on that Viva van train way before the AEW signing.
Oh,
I'm just co-signing what you said.
yeah. Yeah. I was sharing her stuff and all that. But anyways, now don't pay too much attention to her matches on Dynamite or Collision. I think they've been on
Yeah.
Collision because she hasn't been really winning there. But watch her stuff in ROH, man. She's killing it in ROH. She just had a match with Deonna Purrazzo, and it was a very good match in my opinion. So I'm excited to see her rise up and see where she goes. I feel like there's something special with her. So
I agree.
I can't wait.
I agree 1000%. Special talent.
Now the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics. Man, I've seen a lot of mixed stuff too, but in my opinion, I feel like AEW could really use a solidified women's tag team that's already made. So I'm happy that they're there. I don't agree with people saying, "Oh, we don't need them" or "they don't fit in." That's
Yep.
bullshit, bro. You don't even know how they are in the independents yet, or how they're going to be on AEW TV. You just saw what the bad booking looked like in WWE, and they were not booked that well. But don't sit there and tell me you don't want this freaking already established tag team, not randomly put together like a lot of them are right now. So
talk about it.
Yeah, you can come at me if you want, but reality is, I think Tony Khan made a damn good signing with this.
Yes, he did. So, I think he took them from a competitor that would have took eyes from you because, first of all, these are two beautiful women that command attention when they're on screen. No matter what you feel about them. I don't just mean looks. I mean charisma, energy, mic presentation. They might not.
They work well together.
Go ahead.
Yeah. They work well together. They look great together on screen. And they talk well.
And they're a real tag team. You nailed it. If you're creating a women's tag team division, do you want to keep creating tag teams? Now, don't get me wrong. The Brawling Birds is a part of my language, a fucking fire-ass team. We didn't see that come. I get that. But doesn't mean you don't want to sign solidified tag teams. And the Iconics, the Inspiration, whatever you want to call them, they've been successful in the WWE. They've been successful in TNA. Like you said, they're a bona fide tag team. They work well together. They talk well together. They look well together. There's no way you don't take the opportunity to grab them when you just created a women's tag division. I think sometimes this comes down to the fans that booed Cody Rhodes out the building and tried to just do it with Jericho, which may or may not have worked. You're just overstepping.
I think they
like what you like.
I think they succeeded with Jericho, and that actually also pisses
me
off.
Yeah, like what you like and boo when you want, but don't think you could tell people when to leave and not who to sign. It gets weird. Just don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Bad heat. Just boo them. That's what wrestling's about. Cheering or booing, but in a good way. Not get out the building heat. Like they didn't just come down your chimney and rob you of Christmas. So that part doesn't really make too much sense to me.
What you just said reminds me of a Family Guy clip. It's Family Guy,
that's
the
my
show,
shit.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
So there's like a cutaway with Lewis's dad Peter, or not Peter, but Mr. What Peter Smith
Yep,
or
Mr.
whatever.
Peter Smith.
He goes, yeah, he goes down Santa Claus's chimney. He said, "How do you like it when somebody drops in on you all this out of nowhere?" And he like starts touching everything with his dirty ash hands from the
Yeah.
chimney. And he's like, "How do you like
Yeah.
it?" So what you just reminded me of
But
that.
that's a good analogy. I need to go back and watch those Family Guys. That's one of my favorite all-time cartoons. Even though it came out way later in life,
Yeah.
the fact that I have no boundaries, that's my type of shit.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, my
shit.
shit. But yeah, that's the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
like the boundaries. It's like booing and cheering is one thing. Thinking you could tell people to get the hell out of here. We don't want you here. Did you sign the
Yeah.
contract? Like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, chill.
Don't gatekeep other people's fandom either.
Woosah.
Yeah.
Woosah. I mean, but so I believe we're in agreements. That's gonna be a thumbs up for that signing. I love that signing.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite signings he made this year out of the 550 already. But that's jokes aside. They've all been great signings. That's
Oh,
go ahead.
we forgot about something
Go ahead.
almost. The RO.
No, I got it. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's the next topic.
Oh my.
No, we ain't forget.
All right,
We gonna hit that topic, and then we gonna end it with your shout out, my brother, and they have to stay tuned to know what that's about. But lastly, before we change this one, I want to know your feelings on the Lena Cross signing and about, I guess you would call it the trios, or just say stable that we got going now, which is Mega Bad along with Lena Cross. Interest how it changed the name. But what did you think about the debut? What do you think about the signing? Even though we've heard about it for a while now, obviously it's officially confirmed.
I'm excited to see where she goes and what they do with her. Obviously, we kind of already have an idea of what she's starting out with the Mega Bad, so pretty interested to see her entering work. I've only seen a little bit. I haven't seen a whole lot, so but what I have seen, she's pretty good. She's almost on the same level as Megan Bain, in my opinion, or maybe even better. Yeah.
As far as what she can do,
can't wait.
I'd agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I just can't wait to see is what more she brings and stuff. So, I'm excited about her. So
same. I think I'm more excited to see when they break up and we get the Lena Cross Megan Bain feud. But I know I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's kind of what I feel I need to see. Like, give Bain a title. Eventually, cause the animosity.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are both almost 6 foot women. If they're not both, I believe Bane's 5'11", Cross might be 6 feet, genuine 6 feet.
Throw Chris Statlander in the mix. Damn. Oh,
is Camille coming back?
Gosh, they don't put Camille back on TV, I'm gonna freaking riot, man.
Yo, listen, stop tagging that daily. Day one, Camille ain't back. We riot. I'm co-signing it. Day 1, day 2, day 3 until she back.
Gonna go to 1,000 days, and we ain't never gonna see it.
Well, at least we riot. It is what it is. Next time I get media passes, I'm in there like, where's Tony? Tony, where you at, Tony? We got to talk
Where's
about
Camille?
Where's Camille? Coming in with the flyer. Where's Camille? #1 fan. Neither gladiators. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we get her back soon because I think she could be a mega star. It looks like they missed on that. But I'm gonna dive into this one and then obviously we'll end it to BTE. So let's touch on it. Rumors, speculation, a whole lot going on with Ring of Honor. It's been getting better lately, but now we'll talk about confirmation. It's moving to a different studio for the taping. Looks like Jacksonville. Do you think that this is, I guess what I would say is, do you think people are reading into this too much, or do you think there's some big news following this?
Well, I think the reason why people might be reading into it too much, including myself, because I'm sitting here thinking that something's happening,
Yeah.
Because if you remember correctly, Enric Abani kind of spilt the beans on some of that on a podcast.
Yeah.
And I believe Tony Schiavone is the one that kind of told him to quiet down secretly. And so I think there's something coming. I don't know when exactly their TV deals, but if this might just be the setup before they start having or be on a TV channel or something. Because, they want to make ROH feel more like a complete show. So if they do these tapings like how they did originally in 2023, it's going to feel more like a show instead of obviously seeing different matches from different episodes of after Dynamite, after Collision. It's going to feel more complete.
Yep.
And I think
Bigger,
that's
bigger audience too. I believe this is the bigger audience, if I'm not mistaken. Like you
yeah,
could fit more people here.
yeah. You can sign up and get into the show over in
Free
Jacksonville.
tickets, free, right?
Yeah. I think our boy Turnbuckle already sent out the email and he's waiting on a response. So
You need to get some footage. Shout out Turnbuckle TG, man. Follow him on eight. I still got you tagged down here, bro. We're waiting for you to make your return.
sure, for sure. One busy guy. He's got some kids, so
Yeah.
and he's got his own business too. So he's usually pretty busy
Full-time
nowadays.
baseball dad. His kids are trying to make it. And you know what? Nothing better you could do than support your kids in their dreams. So no
Exactly.
shade on TG. But anytime you're ready, I told you we're ready for a reunion at this point. So holla at
Yes,
us.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. So back to the ROH
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. With Enric Abani, we see people already forgot that even happened.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's just a taping or whatever," which it could be, but it's gonna set up for something bigger.
Yeah.
There's no why out of nowhere would they start doing this again after 2 years? I mean, come on, use your head, guys.
Yeah. Agree.
You know they're about to they're either going to be on HBO Max or they really did get a TV deal somewhere. So, or it could be both. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they get away from that subscription for ROH, because that's the only way you can watch it right now if you subscribe to Ring of Honor Club. So if they get away from that and make it more available, they're going to get more views and all that other stuff. And then you'll see ROH get its own identity back before it kind of went out of business before Tony Khan saved it.
Yep.
Uh, so I'm pretty excited to see more information on it. And I do feel like there's some deal that's pretty much almost completed, if not already. And they're just waiting to say something.
I agree. I would say I don't have an actual guess for this, but I would say like I'm open because I know something's happening, so it's gonna be something. Um, I'm gonna actually double down on something you said on Twitter, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on why that actually would work, and I think that might be where they lean towards. Just my guess as far as everything's going out. Um, I don't think they got a TV deal yet. I don't think they've done enough to get a TV deal. I think that having an actual audience and doing a show is steps towards getting a TV deal. One thing I do believe though is, regardless of sales, anything that's going on, Netflix, this, that, whatever, HBO Max, I think for at least for a short period of time, because there's like what 2-3 years left for that time frame.
Yeah.
Whether they go forward or not could be an option, and I'll tell you what I mean. Ring of Honor, I pay for it. I told you this. I believe I pay $9.99 a month, right? HBO Max, and this is why I'm just a little bit of numbers. $10.99 for HBO Max with ads, right?
Yeah.
$18.49 ad free, $22.99 obviously premium, whatever the case may be. Now, if you factor in Ring of Honor is $9.99, there's no TV shows, there's nothing there, right? There's you just going there for strictly Ring of Honor. If I found you a medium like $18.99 and you could have HBO Max with Ring of Honor, that's still
Yeah.
paying Ring of Honor. It's giving HBO Max an extra, say $9, $10 a month for how many people they can get to jump on there. So I think there's a little bit of wiggle room if you added Ring of Honor to the standard ad-free package for $19, because you could split the money. I think that would probably be the best option right now, because HBO Max don't lose, they gain, right? Ring of Honor
Yeah.
don't lose. They're telling your people for $9 more, I'll give you HBO Max, which has Dynamite now in Collision on top of the Ring of Honor that you was paying for. So instead of having something separate, you're looking at about $18 to get Dynamite, Collision, Ring of Honor, and HBO Max. I think they could work that deal out. I think that would be the most feasible, and I think Tony might have the right connections to get them there. Um, that's more likely to me. But I just think they're making moves to line something up. But if something happens, I think it would be the HBO Max that you touched on.
Yeah. That or YouTube. Who knows? But
Yeah, YouTube's desperate
because
right
it
now.
seems like,
They lost a lot.
yeah, you said the YouTube lost a lot.
YouTube lost a lot as far as subscriptions, dealing with the YouTube TV with the WWE stuff and the Netflix and everything that went on. YouTube took the short.
Yeah.
So would they pay a little bit of money for something like that? When Ring of Honor, you remember the episode they dropped on there, it did like
Did
it
very-
did like a couple 100,000, right? So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that YouTube would be interested in something like that.
You're right. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm excited to see what's to come of this pre-taped show and all this. So something to look forward to for sure. So
Last question I'm gonna ask you about Ring of Honor before we get to the end cap and we get to the good stuff where we get to BTE, shout out the Young Bucks, Chris Daniels. Um, who is the champion to lead them into the new era? And I'm not talking about Athena. We know she's one of them. Who is the
yeah,
men's world champion that you think they should strap that belt to lead them into the new era?
I'm drawing a blank. Who did Bandito drop it to? Didn't he lose it,
Nah, Bandito's still
or
champion.
does he
He's
still?
still champ.
He does still have
Still
it.
champ.
Okay, I could have
You
sworn
you
he
had me
lost.
confused for a second. Like,
Never
hold on, he
mind.
lost it? Nah, he's still the Ring of Honor champ.
Okay, so scratch that.
Could be him.
Maybe Bandito. Shit. And Nick Wayne's back. So man, I mean, if
I'm
Ace Austin could be like the head honcho, maybe something. I don't know.
can I go left field and tell you who I would put it on?
Yeah,
And he's back.
Jericho.
Dalton Castle.
Who?
That's,
Oh
that's
yeah,
who
that'd be a
I
good
ain't
one
gonna
too.
lie to you. That's who I would put it on. I think he got the most
And
chance to gravitate to the fans, to pull in fans you're not thinking about. I think he got wild charisma. It's not really for me, but what he's doing, I see what he's doing. It's kind of like and shouldn't be bringing him up now because he's canceled, but it's kind of like Velveteen Dream before the canceling. You know what I'm saying? Like
oh
people
yeah,
just kind of gravitate to it. So Dalton Castle's a former Ring of Honor champion. He definitely can go in the ring. Crazy charisma, and you're talking about our guys next to him.
yeah, the Outrunners, man.
That's
Which they need to put the
that,
tag team championships on
there
there.
you go. There's your
Either the ROH, probably the ROH tag team
ROH tag team
championships.
champs and the heavyweight champ. I think those are your three guys that walk you into the future. I think that they'll
Hell yeah,
probably be on TV shows next month. You do this right. You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
their personalities are big, so
yeah, man.
run with it. You know, that's kind of
I
just
agree.
what I see.
Yeah,
Now,
totally agree with that.
listen, bro. If you disagreed, I was diving through this computer for Turbo, and for TG. I mean, coming through. I mean, but let's get to the good stuff because this is the main thing. Honestly, we're here to talk about. I'm actually gonna blank out the whole screen so the viewers can see what we're talking about. I'll give you a quick little snippet of what I mean. For example, oh, 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 let me find out this wild out. Let's try this again. There's the one for the background, and
Yeah.
here you go. Look it. I got it. I want them to be able to read exactly what happened.
Yep. All right, guys. So your boy took Timbo, me. I made it on an episode of BTE Being the Elite, and I was a part of their little mailbag thing. And they, they make a post, and you submit your questions in. And I got a pretty cool response from both Matt Nick Jackson and Christopher Daniels. All three of them replied to that question. So it says, "Do you guys have a favorite yearly pay per view, or is it different each year?" That was my question. And so Nick said that usually his is Double or Nothing because it takes place in Las Vegas, but he said it might be different this year since Double or Nothing is in New York. So but he said pretty much Double or Nothing was his yearly favorite. And then both Matt and Christopher Daniels, they both said All In because how special the show is. It's the main one of the year. And, Christopher Daniels goes on to say that it's pretty exciting because there's like 5 or 6 different wrestlers that came up with the idea of All In originally. So he talks about all the EVPs. He talks about Matt Nick Jackson, Kenny, of course Cody was there at the beginning, and then uh, whoever, but Tony. But it was really cool. I made it. I made it onto an episode of BTE, bro.
Bro, listen, you didn't just make it onto an episode of BTE. You came through with a fire question. You got one of the first questions answered. They're watching you. They're
Yeah,
watching you. So,
maybe.
yeah. So you got that. I guess what I would ask you, off of obviously a fire moment, I could imagine how you felt. Stuff like if you want to express that to the people, feel free to do that. Um, but the question I have for you: do
Yeah.
you agree with any of their opinions, or do you have your
Yes.
own opinion? I agree, and I might be a little biased. Matt's my favorite out the group, and I also agree with Matt. I don't know if that's a bias thing or I really agree with him. But what are you feeling as far as your favorite pay per view?
My favorite yearly pay per view, for some reason, it's always Revolution.
Great pay per view.
Always, every year. I don't know why. I'm not even saying it because of Sting's last match was a part of that show, but it always seems to be one of my favorite ones of the
I
year.
think the way it lines up, they have more time to do it. I could be
Yeah.
wrong because I think they keep crossing over into pay per views throughout the year, and it kind of gives them short
Mhm.
time. Revolution usually has a
Right.
great build. It usually has one of their best
It
builds
does.
of the year for sure. I don't think that's even debatable that it has one of the best builds.
And then
Usually has the best um logo graphics too. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, I love their answers. I mean, it was their. I asked them,
yeah,
what their yearly pay per
yeah,
view was. So of course I'm gonna agree with them. But me personally, my favorite's always Revolution. It just always the matches and the card, like you said, they got a little bit more time being
yep.
built.
And
So
and they actually gave your
yeah,
question more time than they gave a lot of these questions. But let's
really,
get a little
yeah.
personal. How did you feel when
Uh,
you found? Matter of fact, how did you find out you was on the show? Because I didn't ask you that. And how did you feel when you found out you was on their show, knowing how big of an AEW and Young Bucks fan and Christopher Daniels fan?
So I was chilling out, and I was on my phone, and I noticed a post from, I think, Matt Jackson, or one of the Jacksons posted, "Hey, BTE just dropped," and I remember that I submitted a
Ooh,
question. So I was like, "Man, they probably won't pick me, whatever." But let me see if I made it. So, of course, I started from the beginning, and then they got to the question, the mailbag. So they read that first one that wasn't me, and then boom,
boom, boom,
there
boom,
was the
boom.
second
West
one.
Side Gun. Boom, 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 boom.
Like, bam! Dude, I was very happy,
Yeah.
dude. But yeah, I always watch BTE being the elite. I always watch it when it
You
drops.
work
So,
hard, man. You
but
deserve it. Your support for AEW is unmatched. There's there's AEW fans, I'll including myself. Um, but yeah, your AEW fandom is unmatched. I think they recognize it, and they give you your just due for it. Whether it's the TK likes, whether it's BTE. Um,
Tony Khan likes my stuff all the
I know.
time. Yeah,
He runs through your page to look what's going on. I've seen those days. I know how it is. I mean, but
he'll like some of my random posts sometimes, and I'm like, hell yeah.
yeah, and that,
Not even the comments under his
yeah,
post, which he does usually like those my comments, but he'll
you
even
don't like my
find some of my
comment,
posts that
you don't like mine.
yeah,
So it's not everybody.
really.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, no, no,
I feel like
sure.
they see and they appreciate that your faithfulness to them and how much you appreciate them. And I feel like they give you a just due. It's earned. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't never jump on the seesaw and switch up on them. They're giving you the credit you deserve. You ride for them. They should ride for you too. And I think that's kind of what goes on there. And it
Yeah.
actually put a smile on my face that you got that. I'm still waiting for you to get like 3 comments on a 2-hour Dynamite episode where like they started with a took comment, you know, go to like intermission with a took comment, and then end it with a took comment. Cause I feel like
That'd be
there's
cool.
not many people that support that more than you. So you gotta keep swinging on that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I'm a
yeah,
huge supporter of theirs, man.
I
I
know, and
mean, I've
this
got shirts and stuff, man. Like I'm in it for the long haul, man. I'm
not
not gonna
listen,
switch
man.
up. I don't switch up when something doesn't go my way or one of my favorite wrestlers isn't being pushed
Yeah,
as much as I'd like them to. I'm not gonna switch up on them just
yeah,
because what I'm if I don't want to be selfish.
yeah,
I'm not gonna sit there and bash a company because they're not pushing my favorite wrestler.
yeah.
Man, it's not my decision. I'm not booking it.
Yeah,
I like what they're putting on. I like their product that they're putting on TV.
yeah,
That's what I'm here for.
yeah. And I
And
know you
so
feel the
far
same
they,
way.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
I know.
far, yeah, go.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, so far, like, there's only been maybe one or two things that I completely hated, but at the end of the day, it wasn't even that big of a deal to go cry about it on Twitter.
Yeah, well,
So,
we all know I hate Willa Yuta, so I mean, there's definitely things that I hate over there. I hate
yeah,
him. I hate his bald head. I hate his promos. I hate everything about him. But that's another story. I don't need him to leave AEW. I'm just not a fan. I just want to boo you. So you could take my boos and appreciation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Or you could get me to cheer you one day, but I'm not saying get out the back door. And he's my most hated in AEW. I don't know what it is. It's like I feel like I grew up with him. We might have scuffled once or twice or something. Like I just don't like him. I mean, but all jokes aside, though, um, they've been making great strides. You've been making great strides. It's good to see you make BTE. I know it makes you feel like I know it make you feel good. So I know it had to been a good feeling. Um,
Makes you feel like you're a part of the wrestling world, kind of.
yeah,
That's how.
especially with all the work you put in. Like you're putting in
Yeah,
work, you're going through. We ain't gonna get deep, but things you got to go through, and then you're putting in a lot of work and you're getting recognition. Whether it's from the wrestlers, the owners, um,
yeah,
Mikey Ruckus does it regardless. The point, what I'm saying, is, you're supporting, you're getting a little bit of support back, and everybody loves that. But with that being said, is there anything else you want to add on here before we go in? Because you could take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Shoot,
Open
there was
canvas.
some. There was something, but it instantly just slipped my mind, man. But
Take your time. Let them know things you want them to know, pages to follow, stuff like that. And maybe the rest of it comes back. I will let everybody know. Make sure you follow Took Timbo on Twitch. My brother got his page back. It's back.
yeah,
You ain't gotta chase the backup. If you want the
no longer.
backup, I'll give you that in a second. It used to be Took's Wrestling. What is the backup that you have now?
Let's leave that undisclosed.
Underclosed? All right. Enough said. Well, we'll just say
Just
yeah.
now it's
We'll leave that.
trolling,
What
so
up?
it's gonna be my trolling account, one that
Well,
I don't
listen.
mind
So
suspended.
in that case, you don't
Yeah,
have a backup account. But make sure you
that,
follow make sure you follow Turnbuckle TG and not Took's Wrestling. Make sure you follow Took Timbo. It's back.
yes.
Took Timbo on Twitch for gaming content. Took Timbo on
Oh,
X for other content. Go
yes.
ahead.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my followers on X2 that stayed with me while my account was suspended, and I just finally crossed the 2,800 follower mark. So
Back up.
I'm getting on up there. So yeah, thank you very
Back
much,
up.
guys, keeping with
Back
me.
up.
So
Anybody that see this, make sure you follow Took Timbo on Twitch and on Twitter. One of the best follows you'll ever get. Don't worry about, there's people with 100,000 followers and their accounts effing suck. If we're being
yeah,
honest, go follow a great account and get him to 100,000. Um, on top of that, make sure anybody watching this, jumps on the YouTube, comment, subscribe, um, hit the thumbs up, help us get the algorithm. And besides that, let them know what you be doing on Twitch from time and time again. Let them know a little bit about your gaming, bro.
yeah. So I've been gaming slowly but surely. Like sometimes I'll take like a week break in between plays, but I'm gonna try to finish Resident Evil 8 sometime this week because I already pre-ordered Resident Evil 9. It's coming out on Friday,
Yeah.
and I want to stream that too. So I want to hurry up and finish 8. I'm on the last leading up to the last boss, so it shouldn't take me too long. But yeah, I've been playing Resident Evil games on Twitch. You follow me at uh, it's called Took Timbo also on Twitch. So you
Mhm.
can find me, and you'll know the picture too when you see it. So
Yep, and that's one. And just keep it real. That let's not be modest. Resident Evil, one of the best video game franchises of all time. Of
one of my
all
favorite.
time. Whether you a Raccoon City fan and you stopped back then, or you someone that followed all the way along, Resident Evil is one of those games where when you was a kid, you jumped when you hit corners.
Yeah,
You know this.
especially
So
with
make
yeah,
sure you head on over there and follow Took Timbo on Twitch to follow his streaming. Not and
yeah,
also don't forget to follow him on YouTube. Same thing, Took Timbo, I believe, right?
yeah.
All right.
Right.
And the
One other
last
thing.
go ahead.
One other thing before you move on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm working on a podcast to do sometimes separately. Um, our me and Mike's schedules we don't always match up lately, and it's been
Yeah,
kind of hard to get both together. But starting on Thursdays, we're gonna go live from this channel. But I'm
yeah,
also working on a separate one that maybe I can do when, let's say, Michael's not available to do, and that way I can start getting out more content for everyone because I
yeah.
can't just wait around, not
No,
not trying to
no,
be,
not nothing personal, but you 100%.
yeah,
You gotta
but
get your face out there. Your fans need to see that content. Get out as
yeah,
much as possible. So
right,
make sure this is gonna be on the Took Timbo YouTube.
yes, yes,
Anybody
yes,
who sees this, please go on over to Took Timbo on YouTube. Same thing as his Twitter.
uh,
Um, Make sure you subscribe to it. Be prepared for more detailed stuff. His new show coming out. We
yeah,
obviously got the Dynamite discussions as well coming out on Thursdays. That's gonna premiere on this channel and on Took Timbo's channel. So we'll put it on both. But make sure you get on over there for any content you're missing. That way you get them on that content as well. You don't want to miss that content. You don't know what he got going on. He might have something over there that you don't want to miss out. It could be some fire Resident Evil stuff, could be some wrestling
Yeah.
stuff, could be some life stuff. Just make sure you get on over there and subscribe. Mandatory. Um,
Yeah.
Other than that, as far as promotions, um, once again, Dynamite Discussions is going to be airing on Thursdays, weekly live. Look forward for the details. Make sure on Saturdays, y'all head on over to Twitch. This not our channel, it's a different show, Spedrock's channel, for Point Taken, which has Stampede, Carlos Estrada, Big Mike sometimes.
To
Also,
jump in there soon.
we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you.
Good.
Whenever I give you my place, any week
Yeah.
you want in and we're live, you
Yeah.
could fill in for me or anyone that's not available. I give you my place, so you can. We can.
I want to when you're there too. You know, like
Well, we
I
could
want
do.
to.
We do both. So what we do is, I'm gonna add you to the group chat. I have Sped do it, and
Okay.
every week someone's not available, so we kind of rotate.
That's another person I haven't really done this with yet. Is Sped,
You
and
need to get on there with them.
like I would like to maybe if y'all can do 3 people on the IWC one day,
Yeah,
I would love
of
to.
course. Of
Yeah.
course we can. I can plug that in ASAP. I could talk to Sped in the morning. Sped's a great
So
dude. Army
yeah,
vet.
it seems like
Um, 2 tours. Like he's real great dude. You know what I'm saying? So we could definitely plug you in there whenever you want. Not just IWC. We could give you that, and we could bring you the Point Taker. We've been, like I said, he been asking and we've been waiting. So I know that
okay.
it's a time schedule thing. So
Yeah.
anytime, I'm gonna get you in the group chat tomorrow whenever you're ready. We'll figure all that out and we'll get you on all those shows.
Just
Um,
don't hit me up 1 hour before the show like some
no,
people do.
we won't do that.
I,
Look,
it's like possible.
the good part is Good Morning IWC has a set time for every Sunday. Point Taken has a set time for every Saturday. You will always get
I'm
at
talking
least
to you,
6
Aaron
hour notice.
Wrestling. I'm talking
What
to
up?
Aaron Loves. I'm talking about Aaron Loves Wrestling. Hits me up an hour before the show starts. Hey man, you want to join at 3 o'clock and it's 2 p.m. I'm like, nah, man. I'm sitting here naked on my couch with my. No, I'm just kidding.
May have been my fault because I did cancel on him last minute. It may have been my fault. But I'm typically I try to be available as much as I can. I felt bad. Aaron's a bro. But I may have put you in that situation. You ask him about it. It probably was my fault. I apologize.
Mother.
But,
No.
but with that being said, I promise you, never less than 24-hour notice. And when you're in the group chat, y'all know even before then. Because people will jump in there on Thursday and say they're not going to be available.
Yep.
I'm here. That's it.
join.
Yeah.
You
But
say Mike's in there, Tom's?
Big Mike's in there. From Gimmick Media. You know Big Mike, right?
You're not talking about my Big Mike, are you?
Probably not. I don't think so.
Okay.
No. I don't know which Big Mike you're talking about. The Big Mike we're
Michael
talking about is the one that does the run-in podcast with Spedrock.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
different person. Yeah.
Great Big
Okay.
Mike. He's a special guy. Great guy. No jokes, all jokes aside. Great guy. You know what I'm saying? Good dude. I don't know. I think I know the one you're talking about. Definitely.
Yeah.
No, not the same one.
All right.
Pretty sure that one might not be fond of me neither. But this one, he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about that. As far as anything else, do you want to touch on anything else, or you want to lock in and let the fans consume and see what they want us to do next?
Put it in the fans' hands now. Let them consume it. We'll, get the content out there. Let's post it.
Well, let's
We're
get
the mob. We're the mob, bro. We're the mob. So
Rascal
get it
Mob.
out there.
Rascal Mob. I mean, but
Smoking my tree.
well, shout out to everybody who came in here. I know we had over. Let me see what I could say for sure before I say something wrong. I'm gonna say I know that we had over 25 people in there at once. We jumped in
Cool.
at like almost midnight. We'll see what the views look like in the morning, but I do want to say I appreciate everybody who's still in here because there's still
Yeah.
people in here. I do want to
Is it,
appreciate any Took Timbo or Mob Miz supporters. Let me make sure there's nothing in the chat before I jump off because I don't want to leave any of you guys or
are you
women.
posting this to YouTube right away?
Yeah, I didn't post it right away. Nah, because I literally I'm working on computer, phone, etc. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So right now, let's see if there's any comments. Yeah, we got a few comments. We got one right here, so I'll read it to you, right?
Yeah.
There was a few Ric Flair woos, you know what I'm saying, they threw out there. And now, the truth within. Any thoughts on NJPW, the new beginning, which is 227, 228, Sari versus Athena? You know that's gonna be a banger for the IWGP Women's Championship. Also, Andrade versus Suji, Yoda Suji for the IWGP Global Championship. And we also got Ricochet versus Ishimori for the National Championship. That's probably my favorite out the three. But he wants to know your thoughts on that.
Hold on, man. Let me fix my camera here.
Yeah.
Uh, the new beginning, 227 to 228. So it's
Yeah.
a double night, 2-night
Yeah.
event. Oh, Andrade versus
Red
Yoda.
Rock's gonna be there. He's gonna be there in attendance.
Awesome. Hell yeah. I'm gonna definitely catch it then. You also have Ricochet versus Ishimori,
Yeah.
national championship. That's gonna be pretty cool.
It's gonna be my favorite
So
match that night. I already know.
yeah. So it seems like maybe um that we will still be doing Forbidden Door, I guess. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's that's coming up before you know it. So yeah, but that card, that's a stacked card. I can't wait. I'll watch it for sure.
Yep. For the people that think that New Japan is dying because some people are leaving. All jokes aside, right? Evil,
Yeah.
Takahashi, a couple other guys leaving isn't ending New Japan. They've just signed a
No.
bunch of dual contracts, which means that they
Cool.
they ain't getting away from AEW anytime soon. Like just like reading the tea leaves, I heard people still talk about The Rock and New Japan shirts. Is he going to AEW? Because he's not buying New Japan. How could he buy them when there's
No.
contracts shared with another company that won't deal with you unless you're dealing with them? It just seems to me like if you
Yeah.
ever tried to grab New Japan, AEW has first dibs. They're just gonna buy it.
Know what you're talking about too is The Rock had posted a picture in a New Japan Pro Wrestling
Yeah.
shirt.
And they're still hanging.
That was like
Fans are
2
still
years.
hanging on it because he had the Rubik's Cube try to figure it out. Maybe he just wanted to become a good wrestler. You ever think about that? But my thing is this though. All jokes aside, we know Rock's one of the best. I don't want to jab him like that, even though New Japan's a different
Yeah,
stuff. But
he needs to
it's
fight
more
Triple H.
likely that his daughter said F you WWE, my dad don't mess with you, and they go mess with New Japan on the other side than it is he buys them. It's more likely. It's more
Dude,
likely. So I don't need to. It's the like. What is the context that you think? I listen. If I own half of Kevin Knight and you own half, and somebody buys you or somebody offers you something, don't you realize I would have the first opportunity to match that?
he's not for
No,
sale.
but you see what I'm saying? Say,
No.
look it. If we own 50-50 of to catch the night, these guys. If someone was gonna offer to buy your company, you gotta offer me to match that first because they can't take my wrestlers. You see, it's a
Yeah.
common
Right.
sense
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are just delusional. Like I said, if Ava and The Rock ever showed up on WWE, which I don't expect, it's actually more likely.
Didn't you know that AEW was supposed to die 7 years ago, but it's
No, they
still
already
around?
died, bro. They died four
Damn it.
times. You're talking about they died 4 times. Where's the
Yeah.
death of AEW? We need to bring him on the show. I mean, I've been waiting for him to pull up for a while.
invite that fatty. What's his
Neckbeards.
freaking name? AEW.
they don't want to do this, bro.
Invite
What about?
fatty. He won't never
Can
be
we
on
get Gareth on here?
camera.
WWE Gareth?
Hell
None of
no.
these guys want to come on here? They don't even show their face online.
They don't
You don't
want-
even know what they look like. Of course, they ain't coming on
No.
here.
You know what they look like? They look like that guy from South Park, the World of Warcraft episode.
With his finger in
guy
his
sitting in
butt
the
and the Cheetos in his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. But as far as them
Right.
ever coming out, they could stay anonymous. Come through with a black screen and run your mouth, you Cheeto eating motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Come let us know what you talking about. You know, it is what it is. We're not worried about it. Dude said he expects the New Japan show to be fire. We'll see how it goes. They don't really miss. I guess we'll see how that goes. But as far as anyone thinking New Japan's going out of business, you smoking that good stuff. I mean, and we'll end it with one last thing. I'm gonna ask something to you for us to end it, and then you could do the ending, and we'll just dead it from there. I want you to do one thing, and then we'll do the ending. I want you to talk to the Young Bucks and Christopher Daniels. Give them their shout out for giving you one. Speak to these fellas. Let them know how much you appreciate them, and end the show, my brother. You got this.
Young Bucks, Matt Nick Jackson, and of course the living legend Christopher Daniels. Thank you all very much for shouting me out and let me be a part of being the elite. That made me very happy to be a part of that, and for my question to be asked. Just makes me feel important as a fan. It makes me feel like I'm being heard, and it's a very wholesome moment for me. All I ever want in life is to be in the wrestling world, and I feel like I'm achieving that every day now. And you guys mean a lot to me. Y'all are a couple of idols to me. I really love y'all's work, all of y'all's work, especially. I still remember the tag team Generation Me. Man, I've been watching Young Bucks for a long time, but drink to that. But cheers, y'all. So.
Well, I say this. Shout out to AEW. Shout out to the Respect. Shout out to Media Passes. Shout out to Showing Took Love on BTE, amongst all the likes and tweets, other things y'all do. But we're ready to get up out of here. Anyone that has any questions, send them on over to the group chat. Feel free to be asked to the group chat. And if you ever want to jump on this content, you don't got to be Turnbuckle TG that we waiting for. Feel free to hit up Took, and he'll get you on here. I mean, closed mouths don't get fed.
Right. We're always looking for some guests, So if you're a mutual of ours or a mutual of me, hit me up if you want your voice heard and stuff. So we're more than happy to have you. So, but thank you, everybody. Good night.
That being said, bro, enjoy your night. I'm going to jump off, but stay on for a second.